Chapter 42. Hello, Mr. Arora. Keshav Rajpurohit here. I said on the phone. Oh, how are you, Keshav? Shamsher said. Saurabh's head swerved towards me in surprise. We were at the Reebok store in Ambience Mall. Saurabh wanted to buy new fitness clothes. He was trying on a shiny red t-shirt with a matching pair of red and white sports. Why are you calling, Shamsher? Saurabh whispered. 1 minute, Mr. Arora, I said and placed the call on mute. To fix a meeting with him, I said to Saurabh. Why? I will tell you. Listen, you look like a tomato in this all red outfit. Please get something else. Saurabh made a face as he went back to the trial room. I unmuted the call. Sorry to keep you holding, Mr. Arora. It is just that Saurabh and I would like to meet you. Sure. Come anytime in the evening. Actually, I have to give your invitation card to you. Invitation? We are doing a small function to commemorate Sia's birthday. Oh yes, Alia mentioned it. Yes, we have tied up with an NGO called Rasta. They worked with unprivileged children. If we are meeting, I can give it to you personally. Sure, Mr. Arora. I have one request though. Tell me. We would like to talk to you alone, not with your wife present. Wait, let me see. He said and paused. I waited until he spoke again. Saturday afternoon, Durga will be out. She has to meet the priest and make other arrangements for Sia's function. Timmy and Rachna also usually take the kids out on Saturday afternoon. Thank you. I will see you then, I said and ended the call. Saurabh emerged from the trial room again. This time he was wearing a neon t-shirt and shorts. He looked like a glowing lemon and I had to squint to prevent too much light from hitting my retina. This is fine, right? He said and twirled around. Bright and cherry? You sure? No tea, coffee, nimbu pani? No sir, thank you. Whiskey? Of course not sir, I said. Saurabh and I had arrived at Navratna house at 2 in the afternoon. Shamsher had meet us alone in the living room. Snacks? Shamsher said. Which snacks exactly sir? Saurabh said. I stared at him. Nothing sir, please sit. Don't be formal. We are fine, I said. Shamsher handed us a cream envelope. I opened it and read the invitation card inside. More than 1 year ago, she was taken from us. While she is never out of our thoughts for a single moment, we wanted to remember her with our family and friends on her special day. We, Durga and Shamsher Arora, request you to join us on the birthday of our granddaughter, Sia Arora, daughter of Manish and Alia Arora, on 17 October 2021. Time 6 p.m. at Serene Villa Neighborhood Park, opposite Navratna House. Program Ganesh Puja, Havan and Pujan, 10 a.m. 11 a.m. Charitable distribution to underprivileged, 11 a.m. 12 p.m. Lunch for underprivileged children, 12 p.m. 1 p.m. No gifts or flower please. Please donate to the NGOs we support instead. I kept the card back in the envelope. What did you want to talk about? Shamsher said, about Sia. Oh, any news of Dharmesh or Roy? I shook my head. I wanted to discuss another possibility with you. What if Roy and Dharmesh didn't do it? What do you mean? Shamsher said, sitting up straight on the sofa. Roy is your suspect. Dharmesh helped him. Both escaped, isn't it? Yes, I said. Then why are you second guessing your own theory? Has anything happened? Saurabh and I looked at each other. We didn't want to tell him about Dharmesh's call. No sir, Saurabh said, but while we are trying to locate them, we thought why not explore other angles. Angles? What angles? Shamsher appeared perplexed. Let me be direct with you, Mr. Arora. Do you trust your wife completely? I said. As in? Said Shamsher, his eyebrow peaking. We know she does not have a good relationship with Alia, I said. But that is common. Saas Bahu not getting along. Durga has a loose tongue, makes it worse. But do you feel, I said as Shamsher interrupted me, you think I haven't answered this to the police a million times already? You have, sir, but we are not the police. We aren't talking to the media, and we will never implicate anyone without evidence. Then what are you doing right now? You want to check my home? Do it. You want to interview everyone in this house or every other house on the street? Do it. It's all been done multiple times. We know, sir. We checked all testimonies, I said. Durga has issues. She is mean, petty, and I would say even horrible to Alia sometimes. But she can't kidnap or be involved in kidnapping her own granddaughter. It's just not her, Shamsher said. Did she insist or a paternity test for Sia? I said in a plain voice. The color evaporated from Shamsher's face. You know about this? We are just doing our job, sir, I said. Nothing personal. Shamsher let out a sigh. Yes, he said. She had Manish and Sia tested. A low point for our family. Saurabh and I nodded. An awkward silence followed. Shamsher came out of his reverie. I thought of the possibility too. Did Durga make Sia disappear? Shamsher said emotionally. He looked away from me. What made you think that? I said. Durga never liked Sia much. Alia came into our house because of her, after all. Okay, I said. So there is a possibility. Shamsher shook his head. No, the more I thought about it, the more implausible it all looked. Why? Durga and I were in the same room that night. If she had planned a kidnapping, some stress would show on her. I didn't see any such sign. That does not mean, Saurav began, but Shamsher interrupted him. She is impulsive and emotional. She can't hide her feelings like a smooth criminal. Something would have cracked in the past year. Nothing. The intruder took the side gate. She could have arranged for the keys, I said. A sas giving taunts to one thing. Plotting a child's abduction is quite another. Too far-fetched. I understand, sir, but... And why would she arrange the kidnapping from her own house? She could have arranged it outside. She knew what Sia was up to, where she went. Why risk incriminating people living in the house? Point, Saurabh said. I looked warningly at Saurabh. Shamsher continued. No phone calls, no messages, nothing. The police checked everyone's call records. They called all the numbers Durga spoke to in the past few months. They never found anything fishy, Shamsher said. Maybe you're right, I said. Keshav beta, I like you. You have a never give up attitude, which is great. But if you go about this case like this, you will be in endless loop forever. I have seen life, sometimes painful as it is. You have to let things go. I nodded. He took out a checkbook. He signed a check for 2 lakh rupees. I know Alia is paying you separately, but here's a bit extra from my side for all your hard work. Saurav extended his hand to take the check. I pulled his arm away. No, sir, we can't, I said. We have been paid enough. We didn't even solve the case. You did. Dharmesh and Roy are behind this. As a detective, your job was to find the criminals. Catching them is the job of the police. Shamsher tried to hand the check to me again. I took it and gave it back to him. Thanks for the gesture, sir, but we cannot accept it, I said and stood up to leave. I insist, Shamsher said. Sir, if you want, please add this amount to the charity distributions at Sia's function, I said.